Hello everyone, welcome back to Below Par with myself, Joe Lovery. So today then, I'm excited to bring you a video where we're looking at the top 5 new drivers in 2021. Now, according to our YouTube stats, 97% of you watching these videos haven't already subscribed, so we really appreciate it if you were to hit that subscribe button now. So 2021 then is going to be a huge year in golf, certainly in terms of new drivers, with many of the main brands bringing out new clubs. We have Taylormade, Callaway, Titleist, Ping and Cobra bringing out new drivers in 2021. So let's start then with the Taylormade Sim2 driver. Now the Taylormade Sim2 is going to come in 3 models. These are the Sim, Sim Max and Sim D. Taylormade then have created the Sim inertia generator for their Sim2 models. The idea in this is it helps improve the aerodynamics of the golf club, therefore allowing you to swing the head faster, increasing your ball speed and overall increasing distance. So Taylormade then in this driver have also introduced a forged ring. Now the idea in this is that the driver is connected via this ring, so all the essential parts, the weight at the back, the face at the front, and all around the outside is all connected together, allowing it to act as one force when you're hitting a shot. The driver then still has twist face and it's still speed injected. However, the speed injections now, rather than being in the front of the driver, are now in the side. What they've done now is introduced a fixed weight system. So there's a fixed weight at the rear and a weight at the front. The TPS weight at the front, I believe, can be adjusted during custom fitting, allowing them to adjust the swing weight to your preference. The weight then being closer to the face and a heavier weight at the back allows them to have split mass weighting. The idea being that you separate the weight between front and back of the head, increasing stability of the head. The Sim2 then is going to be the standard model in the range. Then with the Sim2 Max, that's going to be a slightly higher spinning and higher launching version, just due to the mass being a little bit further back in the club head. And then you then have the Sim D, which is the draw biased version of that driver. This driver then we're expecting to release on the 19th of February, and we're picturing it's going to be somewhere around $399. I'm sure, like many of you, I can't wait to get my hands on it and give it a try. In terms of aesthetics then, we've still got the blue styling, the blue accents in there. However, the top of the crown now, rather than being grey, is going to be black and white, which I think is going to look incredibly smart. Moving on then to the Callaway Max. Now Callaway have introduced 3 new drivers to the range this year. We've got the Epic Speed, the Epic Max and the Epic Max LS. All these then feature a new AI jailbreak design, the idea being that rather than just offering vertical support in the driver, but equally offering horizontal support and torsion support also. What these do is allow to create a really stable club head, the idea being to increase the speed all the way across the face and keep it as stable as possible. So we know Callaway then are pretty good with their marketing, recently securing John Rahm and stealing him from Taylormade. However, it'd be exciting to see how they get on with the new Epic Max range. If it's anything like the Epic Flash and Epic, we know they're going to do pretty well. So the Epic Speed then is one of their new drivers in the lineup. Now this driver integrates a fixed weighting system and new aerodynamic shape. The idea being the more aerodynamic and lighter the driver is, the quicker you can swing it. So they've gone to town on the aerodynamics and they've kept the weight of the driver down. The Epic Max then encourages a higher ball flight, much higher trajectory and a slightly higher spin. So they've managed to do this by having a 16 gram weight now at the back of the club that is then adjustable, equally allowing you to tailor make it into the flight that you're after. This driver does also come as draw biased, however with the alterations on the back you can alter that to your preference. The Epic Max LS is probably designed towards their better player. Now this is a driver that is low launching and low spinning. It has a lighter weight at the back at only 12 grams, meaning that finer adjustments can be made to really make sure we hone in that ball flight. So Callaway then haven't confirmed a price at this stage, but looking at their market competitors, we're expecting something in and around the $499 mark, and we're hopefully going to see it spring of this year. It'd be really interesting to see what John Rahm decides to put in his hand, if he goes Epic Max LS or Epic Speed. Moving on to Titleist then. So we've got the new Titleist TSI drivers. Now we've got the TSI 2 and the TSI 3. Both these were launched in November of 2020 and we're carrying on into 2021. Now these drivers I think shocked the market a little bit in terms of their price point, coming in with an RRP of £515. but many places currently selling them for £499. The new drivers then come with an all brand new ATI face, which is aerospace titanium. The idea being that the titanium is really strong, allowing the face to remain really stable, then increasing ball speeds across the face, which Titleist are claiming is their fastest ball speed and best sounding driver. Be interested to hear this one when it's hit. Titleist then have gone to town on the aerodynamics of this driver. The more aerodynamic you make it, the faster it can travel through the air. Less resistance you're going to have swinging it, hopefully giving you more distance. The TSI2 driver then is a fixed weight driver which is focusing on distance, and the TSI3 is an adjustable driver, meaning that if you've already got a very good strike and you're more interested in the ball flight or shape, you can start to move the centre of gravity around in the head via the adjustability at the back, allowing it to be fitted much easier, equally offering more options to their players. Cobra then have introduced the Radspeed this year, and we know this will be something to do with Bryson DeChambeau. So as we all know, Bryson DeChambeau, Cobra player, is becoming really well known for how far he's hitting the golf ball at the moment, equally winning the US Open and apparently overpowering wing foot with his new driving ability. So Cobra then have come up with a unique radial weighting system. Now the idea in this is they put a weight as far back in the driver and as far forward as possible. What this does is greatly increase forgiveness and allow you to maintain the ball speed off the face. This hopefully giving you the longest, straightest drives you can achieve. Radspeed then is going to be the standard club in the range, but equally going to be the hottest with its lowest spin and fastest ball speed. This is achieved by having the weight closer to the face with 28 grams and only 10 grams in the back of the club. XB then is going to be a slightly higher spinning driver. However, it's still going to be low compared to competitors, and it's got increased weight towards the back of the driver, increasing MOI, adding to stability in the club head. This is technically designed for a slightly higher handicapper that might struggle with strike across the face. XD then is going to be their draw bias driver with weighting in towards the heel to help slicers produce straighter drives by squaring the club face. So we're expecting to see this release then from Cobra on the 12th of February, and they're going to be priced at just $369, which is pretty good for a brand new driver. One of the things that's always impressed me with Cobra is how they manage to hit that lower price point but find drivers that are able to compete up with the big boys. So lastly then on to Ping and the Ping G425. Now we know since the G410s, Ping has had an incredible reputation recently for drivers, and we're hoping the G425 lives up to expectation. The Ping G425 then, coming in its all new black look, looks absolutely stunning. They've introduced 3 new models then this year. We've got the Max, the LST and the SFT. Ping then basically have put their driver on a diet. They've gone through and they've reduced the weight of the overall club, allowing them to increase the weight at the back to 26 grams, improving the MOI. Now one of the things I've certainly noticed this year is most manufacturers now seem to be chasing ball speed less and actually going for more MOI, but obviously trying to retain the amount of ball speed from previous drivers. The driver then still comes with a precision forged face to help increase ball speed and forgiveness across the face. The driver now also features internal ribbing to help improve the structure of the driver, but equally to improve the sound. So the Max then is going to be the highest MOI version of that driver with that 26 gram weight at the back. It's going to be mid-spin and equally still offers those 3 areas where you can move the weight around to alter the ball flight. The SFT then is the straight flight technology driver from Ping. Now this is a driver that is technically draw biased. What it's designed to do is add some weight in the heel, but what they've managed to do this year is keep the weight further back in the driver, increasing its MOI, but allowing it to have increased its draw bias also. And then finally, the LST, one of the range. Now this sounds like one of the most exciting drivers Ping could have potentially brought out in a few years. With its pear-shaped 445cc head rather than the standard 460, what we're going to see is a much lower, flatter trajectory and a much lower spin rate. Ping claim anything from 500 to 750 RPMs less than what you would get from the Max. Therefore, if you're a power hitter or somebody with a fast club head speed that doesn't want the ball launching in the air, that might be the driver for you. Now we're excited to see this release from Ping, hopefully on the 4th of February, and again it's going to be priced at $399, which in fairness for a driver in this day and age is pretty good pricing, certainly compared to some of its competitors at $499 and above. So I'm super excited then to be able to get out there this year and try some of these new drivers and do a testing. I've absolutely no doubt I'll be doing a video with all these drivers together and we'll try and figure out what's the best. Let me know in the comments below, which driver are you most looking forward to and which one do you think has the most tech in it and which one would you buy if you had to spend your own money on it. Again, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, we'd really appreciate it if you did so. And we thank you very much for watching today's video and look forward to seeing you very soon.